Go back! I want to be monkey!
The life of a hammer main. Hey everyone, I'm MC Taco and this is my all-round tutorial for Hammer in Monster Hunter Wilds. I want to cover controls for as many people as possible, so this tutorial includes controls for controllers and mouse and keyboard. I got you, PC bros. So Hammer is without a doubt my favorite weapon. I've been loving it since Monster Hunter Tri, and I want to make sure that as many people as possible can get into this amazing weapon. But where should we even start? We do not have a shield, we cannot cut tails, and we have shorter range than others. So what can we do? Well, there's only one answer. We bonk. We bonk, we break heads, and we get KOs. Now we can also do it in such a stylish way, like you can break their heads, you can smash them against the wall, you can crush their skulls and... Okay, tutorial time. First things first, the hammer can be charged. By pressing the charge button and then releasing, you will unleash a charge attack. There are 3 charge levels, and you can recognize the level by the color around your hunter. A level 3 charge is obviously the strongest one, but the other ones might be needed depending on the situation. This includes attacking faster or just cancelling your combo. I would also point out that the uppercut from level 2 has a great stun power, so it is a resourceful move even if it does less damage than level 3 charge. Please be aware that charging your hammer at any point will consume stamina even if you're not moving. This leads us to our strongest attack, the Mighty Charge. The Mighty Charge can be transitioned into when you're at level 3 charge or after specific combos that we're gonna see later. Once your hammer is fully charged, you can press both attack buttons and start swinging your hammer. When your hammer is swinging, you do not damage monsters, and the only moment where you'll do damage is with your final blow.
Nice.
If you release your Mighty Charge before your character becomes red, you will go into an uppercut, just like the level 2 charge attack. But what about mobility? One of the new moves that has been added is the charge step. This move gives Hammer the mobility it always needed. It allows us to dodge or to get closer to the monster without having to roll and lose our charge level. This can be used to find openings or dodge an attack while keeping our potential. This means that if you dodge using a charge step instead of rolling, you will keep your current level of charge. This move uses a lot of stamina, so don't get greedy with it. This next move is a basic combo that has been in previous titles, but some changes have been made to it. First of all, your last swing is now an offset move, and it can be held to time your attack better. Another new feature is that now you can input movement between your swings. This allows you to reposition yourself better, and sometimes it will be useful to dodge specific attacks while you still land your offset move. This combo changes slightly if you're moving. If you're moving while you do your first hit, you will go into a side smash first, then into an overhead, and then into your upswing. We said that upswings can be an offset, but what is an offset? An offset move is your way to counter monster attacks. By timing it right and hitting a monster when it attacks you, you will knock the monster down and reduce the damage you take without being knocked back. If you performed an offset attack correctly, you will get sparks all over the screen, knowing that that offset attack counted. Not every offset attack is a knockdown, but it does reduce the damage you take and prevent knockback. Offset attacks only work with physical moves, so if there's a Raidou shooting at you, just make sure to run. The spinning bludgeon is the synonym of becoming a Beyblade. You can start a spinning bludgeon at any point after any attack by pressing both attack buttons. In the same way as the charge attacks, you can finish your bludgeon in 3 different ways. If you attack before you start spinning, you will go into a spinning side smash. If you press your attack button after your first spin, you will go into a spinning follow-up. And if you hold your attack button or press it after the 3rd spin, you will go into a spinning strong upswing. This attack also counts as an offset. This means that you have a total of 2 offset attacks. Since this tutorial hasn't been sponsored by the guild, I killed a winged drake to show the next move. Please make sure to like and subscribe, it does help a lot and it allows me to not use a dead animal for next tutorials. You might be wondering, why did you kill a drake to show this move? The important thing to know about the Big Bang is that it needs to bounce off a monster in order to land the whole combo. Meaning that if you miss your first hit, you're not gonna be able to execute the whole combo. That's why the Big Bang is such a good move when monsters are on the ground or immobilized, but I would not recommend using it when the monster is free and moves around too much. There is two ways to execute the Big Bang combo. The first one is by using always the same input until you get to the 5th hit of the input by landing the regular Big Bang that we always have known. The difference in Wild is that on the 4th hit you can transition into a Mighty Charge, meaning that there's two ways of ending the combo depending on the situation and your preference. Personally, I recommend going for the Mighty Charge. It just does more damage, it's more satisfying, it's just worth it. I didn't think I'd need to talk about focus strikes, but Hammer has a gimmick I wish I knew since the beginning. If you hold your charge button from the moment you start your focus strike, you will get a level 3 charge by the end of it, meaning that you can go into a Mighty Charge from a focus strike, getting a lot of free damage. As you can see in the first clip, by not holding charge right after I start the focus strike, I am not allowed to go into a Mighty Charge. But if instead I start holding charge right after I strike, I will get a chance to go into a Mighty Charge at the end of the focus strike. Last but not least, we have our jump attacks. They are not as viable as they used to be in World, but they're still worth a mention. There's two types of jump attacks, your spinning ones and your normal ones. Your spinning jump attack comes from sliding areas. By holding your charge button while going down a slide and then releasing it, you will go into Sonic mode. Your other attack is a regular jump attack with an overhead smash. You can get it by jumping off your Sacred and just pressing the attack button, or also by jumping off a ledge and doing the same. These attacks are not worth spamming anymore, since mounts are pretty easy to get nowadays, but they're worth a mention. Now that we went through all the moves, we can finally talk about the combos. Some of the combos that I will show you are more or less optimal in terms of speedrunning. I just recommend finding your playstyle, what you enjoy the most, and what works better for you. Please just play around and enjoy this amazing weapon. Games, after all, are made to be enjoyed, so this is not a rule, it's more of a tip. When you get started, I recommend you to head to the training area. This is because it's the easiest way to practice your offset moves and other movesets while also seeing the damage that these moves do. Offset moves are a bit hard to get at the beginning. I recommend that you take your time practicing them, since it takes a little bit to learn them. By talking to the cat assistant or from your pause menu, you can set your training mode to smash mode. What this does is that the cart is gonna start attacking you, so you can counter it by using offset moves. The most basic but high damage combo that you can do is the double overhead into an upswing into a Mighty Charge. If you time your upswing right, you can eventually get an offset. This can lead you into an opening and a free land of your Mighty Charge. This is the combo that I see being used the most in speedruns, so I would recommend getting used to it. Since your strongest move is the Mighty Charge, you need to make sure that you know how to go from one Mighty Charge to the other as fast as possible. We can only Mighty Charge after an upswing or a level 3 charge, so we need to use moves that lead us to that situation. The easiest way to get another upswing to go into a Mighty Charge is to repeat your overhead into upswing combo. Be aware that after your first Mighty Charge, the hammer is stuck to the ground for a little bit, so this takes a little bit of time to execute again. A slightly faster way to immediately attack is by using the spinning bludgeon. As you remember from before, you can end a bludgeon in an upswing if you start holding your attack button right after you start spinning. Or you can also press your attack button after your third spin. Another viable option, which allows us to move right away, is to just start charging your hammer right after your Mighty Charge. You might be able to move, maybe go into a Mighty Step and find an opening to unleash your second Mighty Charge. These are the three follow-ups side to side. As you see, they do not change much in terms of speed, but they change in terms of hits and DPS. Don't take the damage seen above too literally, since my build doesn't have 100% crit, so some hits did crit and some didn't, so this might not be accurate. Just find whatever is comfortable for you and whatever you find that is fun, and go with it. Since I'm aware that this last part of the tutorial might have been a bit overwhelming, I invite you to join our Discord. I'm gonna publish a cheat sheet with all the moves and combos we went through in this video, and I'm always free to help and other hunters as well. If you wanna hunt with other people, join our guild and be updated on when I post new videos or I stream, make sure to join. I'd love to see you there. Link in the description. So this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps a lot, I just started making videos and it keeps me motivated to make more. If you decide to start playing Hammer, welcome to the Bunking Guild. And after having said this,